What is up, you guys, and welcome back to Pocket Dimension. And this is the Comic Book Club, where we don't do reviews, we just discuss the beauty that is comic books.
But before we get into it, make sure you hit that like button. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell.
We'll see you on the other side. So for today's discussion, we're going to be talking about the second story arc of Thor.
Written by Donny Cates, artwork by Nick Klein, and colors by Matt Wilson.
Yeah. So in the second story arc, Prey, we get introduced to a character that hasn't been seen since 1962, but was alluded to in the MCU.
Yeah, as Thor put on a, "Hello, my name is Donald Blake."
Yeah. So the persona of Thor, Donald Blake, was created by Odin to teach Thor humanity. And in the beginning of this arc, we see Thor kind of struggle with the weight of being king of Asgard, and like he comes to this conclusion where he wants to kind of replace or bring back Donald Blake so that he can have some time for himself to think. But then he soon realizes this is a big mistake.
As in this little world where Donald Blake transforms into Thor, Donald Blake sort of goes into his own little pocket dimension where it's like endless happiness, if I'm not wrong.
True.
Like endless happiness.
So basically, Odin created a heaven for Donald Blake where it's always sunny, happy neighbors, everything's just great, and he can walk endlessly. But as Odin's powers kind of fade away, so does the constructs of this world. And as the constructs disappear, a great enemy of Odin, my apologies,
the Midgard serpent manages to get into this little pocket dimension and awakens, if you want to call it.
Yeah, he kind of explains what Donald Blake is.
Yeah.
And in doing so, Donald Blake starts going mad. He starts praying to Thor, and Thor's not answering. And like he starts actually going mad. And because he's been locked in this dimension for decades,
it's starting to feel less like a heaven and more like a prison.
Exactly. And as Thor kind of trades places, Donald Blake comes to this reality, and Thor starts falling. And then he realizes, oh no, this is a mistake.
The first look at Donald Blake is like or when you see him at first, he's cleanly shaved, he's got a nice haircut, he looks like he's a doctor, and he's just clean, he keeps himself well. And then when Thor trades places with him now, he's got this large beard, long hair.
He's gone mad. You can tell by his design, he's just gone off the rails, off his head.
And he's got this black armor which is made from
the Red Dragon's scales,
the
right?
Red God's.
Yeah, the scales. To kind of explain to you what exactly, so it's kind of like the movie Us by Jordan Peele. How there's you have your doppelganger in a separate, darker dimension. So that is what Donald Blake is to Thor. Created to kind of switch when Thor needed to be human, and when Donald Blake needed to become Thor, he would slam his staff on the ground and become Thor. So that's kind of how that works.
But now with the Odin force being in Thor and the constructs weakened, and the Midgard serpent awakening Donald Blake, he sort of became his own person.
True.
And
grown mad over the decades.
And when he first comes to, the first enemy or first person he encounters is Loki.
Yeah.
And there you can see some of his doctor
skills. Yeah, it's so crazy because he has the same power as Thor. Right? And not necessarily the Odin force, but that Thor power. He's on par.
He's got his own, I think he's got super strength.
Exactly.
And his medical knowledge of the human body. He doesn't have the thunder power of Thor.
Yeah. And over the course of a couple issues, I think about 3 or 4 issues, you see how he hunts everybody who's been a Thor because he wants that power. He hungers for revenge. And it's such a great and very nail-biting story.
And for me, it looked like he's trying to get rid of Thor because Thor didn't answer his prayers when he needed his help.
Exactly.
Because he was going after everyone that was Thor. He's like, no more Thors.
No more. And that's his, like, it's just, you can tell the rage in this guy, and it's so crazy. And it's so great because, again, Nick Klein's Matt Wilson delivers the most beautiful art, the most beautiful splash pages you ever see. And it's just, again, immaculate. I think, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is Nick Klein's last arc on this book. I think Thor's gonna get another artist, and I would be quite sad. I'm sad about that.
There's a bit of shoes to fall.
Yeah. But one thing that I wanted to kind of, like, one thing that I've noticed, I mean, is that if you look at the narration boxes, and this is what intrigued me, is the narration boxes are black, which is quite interesting because at the end of the first arc, there was a lot that happened and a lot that went unresolved, especially with this arc as well. It ended with a lot of plot twists. And with the dialogue boxes, the narration boxes being black and white, or black with white writing, I feel that is the Black Winter narrating the story.
For me, it kind of seemed like it was.
That's my theory.
That's his theory. My theory is that it was just the inner thoughts of Donald Blake.
Yeah.
Like, it's like a reverse thought type of thing.
Yeah. If you don't know who the Black Winter is, the Black Winter was introduced in the first story arc of Thor. If you haven't already, go check that out. It's a lot of fun.
So another theory that I have is that there's actually a piece in there where Thor and
Beta Rebel,
Beta Rebel speak about Thanos and how Billy killed him with, like, putting a gigantic hole in his chest. And he hints in there's a way to sort of resurrect Thor. I mean, not Thor, Thanos. And I think that's gonna lead to the ending of the first arc.
Okay.
Which was
weird.
Thanos holding Mjolnir with the
Infinity Stones and an army of Marvel zombies.
I think that's where it's gonna possibly go to.
That's
my theory of a hint for later on.
What's to come.
Yeah.
I'm super excited. I mean, Donny Cates has been, for the first 14 issues, it's been such a ride so far. And I'm so excited to see what else he brings. And with all the plot threads, man, I'm hoping you guys catch on. But what Sean and I are looking to do is, Sean's picked the cover, I've picked the cover. Sean, your cover is issue
13.
Issue 13, and I've picked issue 11. We want to know what your guys pick. Which is your favorite cover of this run so far? So if you're looking into getting into comic books, but you're not too sure where to start, let's take a look at some of the solicitations for July. We have the Sinister War coming up, which is a Spider-Man focused event for all your Spider-Man fans, and as well as Amazing Fantasy, which is Elseworld Tales with your favorite Marvel characters stretched over time and space.
At DC, we've got Superman, the Son of Kal-El, who's written by Tom Taylor, who wrote Deceased and the current writer of Nightwing, as well as Black Label.
So over at Black Label, we have Brian Azzarello, writer of Batman Damned, as well as the Joker. He has a Suicide Squad series coming out. Yeah.
At Image Comics, we've got a new series called Mother of Madness, Mom for short, written by the Game of Thrones actress Emilia Clarke.
Yeah. And for all you 80s fans, Dark Horse has a Masters of the Universe series coming out. Well, book coming out to coincide with the up-and-coming Netflix series written by Kevin Smith. Hopefully that helps you out. Hopefully there's something that caught your eye. Hope you pick up something.
Thank you for joining us today. Let us know down in the comments below what you're reading. If you're not reading anything,
why the hell not? Do us a favor, give us a like. If you haven't already, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can join us next week for Comic Book Club. Dimension out.